Hello, welcome to chapter 14, part 4, JavaScript data types, numbers, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the numbers in JavaScript. So, the number, it is a primitive data type in JavaScript. And the number type, it represents integer, float, hexadecimal, octal, or the exponential value. Keep in mind, the first character in the number type, it must be an integer value and it must not be enclosed in the quotation marks. So to understand these three sentences very clearly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to code this exact code snippet present here in my Visual Studio Code. I'm going to show you a demo of it. It's very simple. Now let me jump into my Visual Studio Code, and I'm already having my HTML page and also the script tag written here. So what I need to show you is where integer equals 100. This is not the integer, this is the variable what I'm going to take. Int is a variable. Okay, and let me take another variable, float. Okay, the float 100.5, and also let me take exa. Okay, let me take the values exactly present here. Okay, fine, and let me take octa. The value is 030, and also now let me take exponential. The value is 2.56 e to the power of 3. Okay, now keep in mind, number type, it represents integer, float, hexadecimal, octal, or exponential value. In the sense, in JavaScript we don't have separate data types for integer, float number, hexadecimal number, or octal number. It's all the number type itself. Okay, number type includes all these things in it. Now what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the output, how it looks when I push it to the browser. Alert, I'm going to tell like this is integer. Okay, then I'm going to call that variable int. Similarly, I have to do it for the rest of them. It takes time, but I'll do it early. I'll make it very fast. Yes, alert, and this alert. Okay, now this is integer, this is float number, and the variable is float, and this is exa, and the variable is also the same, exa, and this is octal number, and the variable is octa, and this is exponential, and this is expo. Okay, Control S. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to push this page to the browser. Let me see how it looks there. So I need to traverse to the folder where I saved that page. This is the page. Now when I double click on that, you can observe we will get a alert window telling like integer value is 100 and the float value is 100.5. This is interesting, like exa value is 405, but you can observe very clearly what I've coded here is exa is equal to 0, this alphabets present here, but who is converting it into a number? Okay, the number type is doing that work. In the sense, number type includes integer, float, hexadecimal, octal, or exponential value. Similarly, when you click OK, and for octal 24, the value we are assigned here for octal here is 030, and the value is 24. Similarly for exponential 2560, but the value we have assigned here is 2.563, it's exponential form. Okay, in the sense, number type, it includes all the values in it, like all the types in it: integer, float, hexadecimal, octal, or exponential value. And also we followed the rule. The rule is the first character in the number must be an integer. Yeah, all the values we are assigned to these variables are all numbers, the first value, and it is not enclosed in any quotation marks. This is the rule we have to follow when we are working with the numbers. Okay, hope you understood this. And coming to the next slide, we have something here called number object. Okay, JavaScript also provides number object which can be used with a new keyword. In the sense, right now we created a number with the help of storing value directly to the variable. We can also do it in another manner. In the sense, you can observe very clearly. Let me remove this. Okay, now I've created this integer, this 100. Okay, assign this value 100 to the variable called integer. I can create I can assign the value to variable with the help of number object also. How do I do that? We have something called this variable name is int1. With the help of new keyword, I'll make use of number object, then I'm passing a value to it. So just to avoid confusion, I'll take different value, that is integer value itself, but the value is changed 200. Now let me alert that int1 integer int1, control S. Now let me go back and let me refresh. You can observe we are getting integer 100 and also we'll get integer 200. In the sense, what I'm trying to show you is we can create we can assign the value to a variable directly, number to variable directly, and we can store a number, and also we can create a number with the help of number object also. Okay, this is what the number object is. Okay, and also we have to keep one important point when you're working with number object, that is, while working with a number object, we should be very careful, because comparison of number objects using equality operator compares the number objects only, not the values present in it. So let me show you the demo of it. Okay, it's very simple. Let me remove this. Where int2 is equal to new number, the value is 200 here. Yes, and now what I'm going to show you is, now I'm going to compare the two objects, that is int1 and int2. I'm going to take if int1, with the help of equality operator I'm comparing those two objects. So as per the normal understanding, like we will think like we have these two objects, the values 200 and 200, so they are equal, but it's quite different what happens here. So if they are equal, let me alert with some message telling like they are equal, and else if not that. Okay, let me tell like they are not equal. Okay, now let me go back and let me refresh. You can observe we are getting output as they are not equal. Why? Because it's very simple. Because keep in mind the number objects, when we are comparing the number objects using equality operator, it compares the number objects itself, not the values present here, present in it. So you can observe it's comparing int1 and int2. Okay, but it's not comparing the values present in each of the objects, so we are getting they are not equal. Suppose if I do like this, where int3 is equal to int1. So what I'm trying to do here is, to this variable int3 I'm assigning this int1 object, so indirectly we are storing int1 in int3, so they are equal. Okay, now when I do like this int3, now we'll get the output as they are equal. You can observe very carefully. In the sense, comparing two objects will compare only the, sorry, if you're comparing the objects, let me go back to presentation. Okay, comparison of number objects using this operator, equality operator, compares the number objects itself. Okay, not the values present in it. That's why we are getting the output as true for this and false for this condition, int1 and int2, because int1 object is not equal to int2 object. So let me show you a demo again. they are not equal. This is what we learned in this session, like how to create a number and what number includes, what it represents, and also we learned like how to create a number with the help of number object. And also we learned another important point, like if you are comparing the objects, okay, what it does is it compares only the objects, not the values present in it. That's also the important point we learned in this session. And finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter for further reference of our websites. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.